2, 1. Okay. We should be live now. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing pretty awesome. So I might be fucked. Yeah. I didn't realize today it's actually Balanced Decathlon Day. Yay! There's just one teeny tiny problem. I did not fucking prepare for it. Arguably one of the hardest decathlons, and I did not prepare for it. I did not prepare for this decathlon. I do have a good bit of plagues, rodent plagues, so like, you know, that's not really an issue. The problem, I think, is mostly the fact that I lack certain cards, like maybe Judgment might actually be useful for that decathlon. I'm not too sure on that. But yeah, it's not looking too good. And also, I just decided not to do it today. I'm actually questing right now because I actually do want to talk to you guys about a couple things. But yeah, we might be fucked. In terms of Balanced Decathlon, we might be a little fucked, but yeah, we're definitely gonna get to it. For the Wiz heads in chat, good news. There's gonna be a lot of Wiz content this week, I suppose, because I didn't realize it was Balanced Decathlon, so chances are I'll be streaming it Thursday. I'll be streaming it probably Friday when I get back early from work. So yeah, that's great for you guys, right? Right? Because, you know, I've been doing other stuff, and, you know, it's just like, you know, I don't feel like touching Wiz, but now I have a reason to touch Wiz. And it's because, Balanced Decathlon is finally on, and yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, totally was not prepared for it. Yeah. You know, it's like I totally was prepared for it, man. You know, I was waiting for this like for like 60 centuries, and you know, I went through tooth and grime making sure that I get to the point where I am basically the master of the decathlon. We did not do that. We did none of it. I did not prepare whatsoever for this. Also, we're lagging a little bit, which is a little unfortunate. Let me know how the stream's going, chat, if you can. So far, we haven't really been dropping frames. It just dropped frames for like a quick second, and that was it. So I think we should be fine. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. Did I ever get Sharpened Blade? I did! Yes! Excellent. At this point, do you even need the pet dark pack? I don't think so. I'm gonna use this one though. Yeah. Honestly, like, nah. I'll still keep the pet one, and we'll just have the blades here. That should be more than enough. But yeah, welcome everyone to another episode of the walkthrough. I just had to vent about how fucked I am right now because I did not prepare for Balanced Decathlon. I mean, I totally prepared for it. What do you mean? I prepared for Balanced Decathlon, bro. You know, it's been in the back of my mind for like centuries. Totally wasn't just focusing on like other stuff that I wanted to do. Plus, the Stitch review video, which you probably should check it out, by the way, if you haven't yet. You know, drop a like and sub and all. You know, that's all greatly appreciated. But yeah, I'm fucked. Hello. How's it going, Firestarter? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, ma'am? Welcome to the stream. Lunch break from work? Hey, W. I'll be working tomorrow, so yeah, you might see me. Chances are if Speedster's streaming, you might see me in his chat or something, or maybe even Ice Cold if he's streaming. You might see me in their chats, and I'll just be chilling during my break time, and then I leave. Your myth is currently in the Eclipse Tower. I actually want to see how far I can get in Azteca today. It's gonna be a fairly shortish kind of stream, maybe like 2 hours max. So, yeah, I do want to talk about a few things, and I also didn't realize it was Balanced Decathlon. I was hoping it was something else, but it turns out it's Balanced Decathlon. Great, it's awesome. Yeah, totally was looking forward to it. Yeah, totally was ready. Was not expecting that sound. That shout out from Locke. Oh yeah, the little recent video that he did. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I was actually curious to see what his picks were for his recommendations for WizTubers, creators, streamers, and pretty solid list. I'm not gonna lie. The Nova one is really fun. I saw one of their videos because it was in my recommended. It was the Your Ass at Wizard101. I don't think that's the title, but it might be the title. At least it's implying that's the title. And yeah, it was so funny, dude. I freaking loved it. I was just laughing the whole time. Like, that poor quality mic is what does it for me. That Xbox Live mic is what does everything for me. Absolutely freaking loved it.
What is this? You want some of our gold? Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean by most of them?
Gold, outsider.
Wait, what do you mean by most of them? Did I say most of them? No, I was yeah, I was really no, like, I found them interesting. I found the picks interesting. By a minion, the boss died first, but his man was still living and health was near 0. That's crazy.
But you will have to deal with Ezra Bad Taste, a Thunderhorn ghoul who has risen from the grave and taken over the mine.
You said I was making a joke? You said most— oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, I don't know, man, this is— man, I'm just kind of like, what the hell, man? I wasn't prepared for this balance decathlon. That's what's in my mind right now. It's like, I don't have judgment TCs. I don't even know what's good for balance decathlon besides, like, you know, elemental shields and V-Plagues, which luckily I do have V-Plagues. I should have enough V-Plagues for balance decathlon. I hope so, anyway.
50 years of death leaves a bitter taste. That's hard to—
Ew, why is it gonna be a death mob? Disgusting. Oh, a double death mob. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Luckily we have this now. Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Nobo's really funny. He has this thing where he goes straight up and destroys his mic when he's farming couch potatoes, and I posted that in Locke's meme chat. That's so funny. I love that. That's great. Oh, this move is disgusting, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of really great creators out there. It kind of makes me sad, you know, because it's like, I really wish those creators get more views. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like the algorithm just doesn't really prefer them. Some people have made the arguments that, like, you know, oh, it's not really the fact that, like, you know, YouTube prefers quantity over quality. It depends. I think there are outliers. I would think, like, stuff like the Hey It's Max and, like, people who do, like, the challenges and stuff, though, and, like, the icebergs, those are kind of bad examples of, like, you know, the statements that people make that, like, yeah, YouTube prefers quality, because those are definitely more like an outliers. Like, yes, to an extent, it makes sense that, like, you know, the quality of the video will definitely get people from outside the community to actually, you know, watch the content, but it really just all depends on many different factors. For example, like, let's say, you know, you wanted to make a video for your subscribers, and the people don't necessarily like that much of the niche. Like, challenges sometimes can be a little hit or miss for a lot of people, and the reason why, you know, they tend to, you know, either go on that 50-50 of, like, sometimes it really works really well and it goes outside the hours, and sometimes it doesn't. It's because it usually will depend on how you tend to quote-unquote promote the video. If you were to notify your subscribers and your subscribers don't decide to click on the video that was promoted, typically what will happen is that the algorithm will decide that, hey, this may not be a good video, and usually just doesn't really bother trying to promote it outside of the audience, where there is a possibility that it can actually do well outside of the audience. So, like, it depends. It really all depends. I think there, like, definitely is a lot of outliers. In the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, like, quantity definitely is important, but to an extent. Especially when it comes to a game like this, where, like, a majority of the community are definitely just into the niche game. The moment that you try to do any other game, they may not be as into it because they're very dedicated. The one thing about the Wiz community, and even Pirate maybe, but, like, mostly the Wiz community because it's much larger, the thing about the community is that they're very dedicated to the game, and it's great, but it's also like a double-edged sword, because the moment you try to expand your content outside of it, it becomes a little bit of an issue for a lot of people, and your growth tends to be a lot slower than usual. It's just one thing to keep in mind. And there's outliers for sure, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things, like, if you can consistently make Wiz oh my god, are you serious? Why is this here? But yeah, if you make, like, pretty consistent Wiz content, a lot of people will most likely remember to, you know, stay tuned for a lot of your videos. But if you're a person who uploads every now and then, you have to kind of rely on quite an outlier. And even if something is of quality, doesn't necessarily mean that it'll do as well either. Like, it just kind of all depends. You're at the mercy of the algorithm at the end of the day. That's basically my entire point. Slade is also super solid. Oh yeah, I know of Slade before. Slade, I watched one of their streams. They're pretty awesome, honestly. I really like his streams. I thought he was a pretty chill dude. But yeah, I got to watch one of his pirate streams one day, and I was like, yo, he seems kind of chill. So, you know, I'm gonna like, you know, follow him on Twitch real quick. But yeah, I did hear that recently he's been doing a lot of like Wizard101 stuff, which is kind of cool. I agree. I made a Chrysalis video and then flopped too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like, so think about it this way. I made a Pirate 101 guide video, which is like, honestly, I worked really hard on that video, and it's one of those things where there's not many pirate guides out there, and if there is, I think one of my biggest issues with a lot of the quote-unquote guides for this game, there is a lot of yapping.
I should have just tried to brush and floss.
Heck yeah. I was like, do what the doctor tells you. Even though, like, sometimes, like, when you go to the doctor and they ask you, do you floss? And then the answer you'll give them is, hey, you know, I'm working on it. You know, I'm working on bettering my teeth and all. Okay, back to topic though. So, did the guide. I think whenever it got posted, it was, I think it was like a 9 or 8 out of 10. Like, it just didn't really do as well. I did it for the love of the game, though. I did it for the love of the game. But it's one of those things where it's like, it just may not do well. That's just kind of how it is. Like, it only got like 146 views after a whole year. Like, it kind of flopped. But it still was fun making. It's just, it all depends. There's a lot of outliers out there. But like, it just all depends. And then like, some stupid video I made that I had on the back burner about like, ooh, cantrip. Finally, we actually used this term for once. But yeah, some stupid video I made about like opening like a pack that I just forgot to cancel them or something. Got like around 1K views super easily. It's just like, oh, okay, well, I guess people like watching others make poor financial decisions, so that's what I got from it. But yeah, it just depends, you know? I don't really notify myself because I know with my small sub base, yeah, that is definitely the way to do it. The way I've been doing it is when it's Wiz or pirate content, I usually tend to notify my subs because like that's what most people watch me for. If it's like non-related content to those though, I would just instead not notify them and see how it does, and it's a hit or miss. Like, I know my Cult of the Lamb short did super well because they went outside of my audience, which is awesome. Oh, I did the wrong pet. Ooh, ew, Azov, ew, disgusting. But yeah.
The outsider returns with some
exact same as the Chrysalis video. I was very passionate about it, to be honest. You know, I'm a prime Chrysalis defender. Honestly, I can't wait to do Chrysalis. Low-key.
Melt the gold down? You're a bushy one, outsider. What are you trying to make? A pyramid key? For what? The Pyramid of Mother Moon. That place was lost a long time ago. It fell into pitch black lake well before my time. You need greenstones to finish your key. Good luck with that. My sister controls the greenstones, and she's unreasonable. Chaochu and I have not spoken since our father died. You will have to strong-arm some green shields into taking you to her.
Like, me personally, like, the thing I have issue with when it comes towards people giving their quote-unquote takes about like creators, and like the moment when they talk about like, oh, you know, we want something that's quality. The issue I have is that usually it comes from a perspective from someone who is just looking outside of the content creating scene. Like they don't actually like, you know about it through like their own personal experience. It's just like what I would like to say, for the lack of better words, like a consumerist take. It's a consumerist take, which, don't get me wrong, you know, the consumer knows what they want, and that's great and all. But at the end of the day, chances are you're probably going to just like find something that is dependent on what the algorithm is promoting you. If you find the concept interesting, you'll click on it. But sometimes the problem is just the algorithm itself, and how most of the time it won't promote you as much if you're not necessarily as consistent. It also helps if you get monetized too. If you get monetized, YouTube will also tend to promote your content more as well. Just because like now they have an incentive to promote your content more, because technically you are monetized, and because you're monetized, then what will happen is they will basically promote your content more because they get a percentage of your ad revenue. So they are more incentivized to promote your content once you're monetized. But before then, you just kind of, you know, see what works and see what sticks. Literally, my Darkmoor video was probably one of my worst videos because I was just starting out and it's the best performing video on my channel. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Crazy. Like right now, the Stitch Review video is doing like meh. Like it could be like a late bloomer video, but like it is possible it could technically be somewhat of a flop. Like it is very possible it could be a flop, but like I want to give it some time and see. I would say like the most demoralizing thing is like when you put so much work on a video and then you get that 10 out of 10. Like it's very demoralizing, and it makes me like not want to edit or anything. I think that's one of my biggest issues. One of my biggest issues with you know, wanting to edit videos and stuff is I don't necessarily have like that much of the motivation, because then when I look back at like how well did it perform, chances are like it doesn't really perform as well or as well as you would hope, and you just kind of end up with, you know, you did all this work for a 10 out of 10 video and it's like, wow, that's crazy. It's just very demoralizing. And it's good not to look at the numbers though. It's good not to focus on the numbers. You know, it's, you know, at the end of the day, like you need to do what you have fun with. There are certain like, you know, content that I would just make. I have fun with it no matter what, even if it doesn't perform well. It's the same way when I, you know, stream Cult of the Lamb, right? I barely get people who watch Cult of the Lamb, but I don't really care because I'm having fun playing Cult of the Lamb. You know, that's like that thing. But there are certain things that's like, okay, Wiz, for example. It's like you put all this hard work for like a Wiz video, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, this is what a lot of people watch. Surely you should be getting like a decent bit of like, you know, viewership and all. And then it turns out that didn't really happen, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's fun. Yeah, exactly. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, I appreciate everyone who, you know, just watches the content. I appreciate everyone who only watches Wiz, and I appreciate people who watch beyond just the Wiz content. Like, you know, you guys are awesome. I will wish there would be more people to watch other content that's not just Wiz, because there's a bunch of amazing games out there, but to each their own.
Why do you come here? My brother sent you? I have trouble believing that. We don't talk. Not since Father died. Father did not leave a last will and codex, so there was no proper division of his land. Talali took the gold mine, even though I want it, so I took the Greenstone Riverbank, even though he wants it.
I'm a Wiz head. I need Wiz content. If I don't get Wiz head, I will explode. Yeah, honestly, for me, I've been more into, I'll be honest, I actually, low-key, don't really like PvP content as much as I used to. I don't know, it's like, I think the most interesting one that I saw, other than from, what's that guy's name? It's one of the people who Gold promoted. I did see one of their like videos. I think it was like the sauce one, and it was pretty good. And I don't know, they seem like a pretty cool person. But yeah, there was a one with like Gold just going over his many matches of PvP, which I found interesting, you know, listening in the background. But when it's like, cool, no PvP strat. Oh my god, it's crazy. Look at this new freaking spell. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever.
See? I told you Chaochu was unreasonable. I always wanted the
I think,
goose
yeah, I think it's Cass or something.
But he made me train here at the mine, and then he died.
There's always a
What was
decline
I
when
to
someone
do?
switches games, but Wizards are super loyal to Wizards. That's the thing, right? And I think that's part of the reason why, like, my growth in this channel specifically was extremely slow, because I've been doing this for years. And I think the main reason is because I wanted to do variety, and the moment you did variety, well, if your main game is Wiz or Pirate, and the moment you do variety, not many people are want to tune in because it's like they're super dedicated to that one game, and it's tough. But like I've been having somewhat fun with
What
it.
do you mean, just switch? We cannot trade roles without...
I like most of the time, but I support you whenever you can. Hey, thank you.
Hey, I have an idea.
I don't really bother to do Peeve either. I just kind of watch Locke's Peeve vids and sometimes Liam streams. Yeah, I'm like the same way. That's how I've been doing it.
I don't mean an actual tomb, but the spot where he died. He was killed in the feeding ground by the venomous Quetzals.
Can y'all tell I haven't really been paying that much attention to like the Azteca story? It's just like, yo man, you gotta help me with this one thing. And then we do the thing, and it's like, yo man, you gotta help me with this other thing. And then we do the other thing, and it's just like, oh, okay. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, one thing I really wanted to do, and I talked about this yesterday on stream, but like, I'll be honest, I was really like, I guess you could say I was being a little negative yesterday, like after the end of Tartarus. Like, I'm gonna be real, like Tartarus Pirate 101 update is some hot cheeks. Like, it is some hot cheeks. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily mind the reuse assets. And like, as long as I'm able to get something that's, you know, of some quality, with like some pretty engaging fights and some pretty good story, I'm good. The problem with Tartarus is that like, not only did you guys use the reuse assets, but also the reuse assets is still a buggy mess. It is like the most buggiest thing I have ever seen. And you need to keep in mind, in context, this Tartarus update has been out for months. Literal freaking months. This place has been out for months. No map. It is buggy as all hell. It is practically mostly a solo place, because like, if you try doing it with the team, then you have to switch around realms every 2 seconds. And it is just so buggy. Like, it's been months and it's still very buggy. And this is what we get. And then here's the thing. I watched that Pirate 101 roundtable when we were doing the Buccaneer Nuzlocke stuff, right? And my freaking god. The fact that they decided, okay guys, we're gonna be doing Crocotopia, but it's gonna be basically the Sinbad / Tartarus format. And after doing Tartarus, actually, Sinbad actually wasn't that bad. I actually liked the Sinbad stuff. It was fun. I think Sinbad 2 is very unfair. They have yet to do Dungeon Recall with it for some fucking reason, even though it's been out for like a year or something. And overall, I think Sinbad is fine. The problem is, we're talking about like a reuse asset area that's like extremely tiny. It's probably like around the same size as like a Honkai Star Rail area. But the thing about Honkai Star Rail is that like, a lot of it in Honkai Star Rail is just like, hey, you're doing the endgame content, and this new area is just kind of there because it's not really focusing on the exploration. It's focusing on the combat of turn-based combat, right? But like, we got a reuse asset that's like around the same size, if not even smaller than Honkai Star Rail areas, which is not meant for the exploration and stuff. And it's a buggy-ass mess. And if this is what you call the Crocotopia experience, I legit don't want to do Crocotopia, because you did not impress me. In fact, you disappointed me. Let's see. Fang was telling me that it was complete ass and that he's angry about... Yeah. It's like, here's the thing. I don't mind if it's reused assets, but just don't make it a buggy ass mess. Especially after months. Like, how long has this thing been out? Let me see. Pirate 101 Tartarus, right? Let's. This place has been out since April-ish. The test run probably a month before, but it's been out around since April. You mean to tell me that within about 3 months, it is still buggy as hell? Like, it's almost borderline unplayable. Like, almost borderline unplayable. Oh, very close. It's on that line to unplayable. After months. And what makes me really disappointed about the direction of Pirate, right? Is that in Pirate, I feel like a lot of people within the Wiz community do not take the game serious because there's like a lack of updates. And if your plan is to do the Sinbad/Tartarus style, and you hear so many people talk about how much they dislike it because, you know, fair, right? If it's a world, you expect something of some pretty good quality, and that's really just not there. You basically said, okay, we're not going to do Skyways because, you know, too expensive. We're not going to do puppet shows because too expensive. You're basically removing the charm, the heart, and the soul of the Pirate 101 game that has been made for years. Understand. You have a very small team. You know, that sucks. Wish you got more people. And, like, I feel like this is one of those things where it's like, if you guys are in the rush of doing this, there's a really good chance that they're only doing it like this because they probably have to meet some sort of demand from a shareholder, from Gamingo or something. That's my thought process anyway. But this is just speculation at the end of the day, right? This is just speculation. And you're doing all of this. I would be willing to wait a little bit longer, right? I will be willing to wait like a year, maybe even 2 years, as long as we get something that's of quality. But nah. And like, I feel like the moment that they do Crocotopia, the way they might be planning it, I'm sorry, no one's gonna take you seriously. Even the pirate heads may not take you seriously. And if the pirate heads don't take you seriously, oh, Lord knows the Wiz community isn't going to take you seriously. And the moment they don't take you seriously, well, there goes your potential audience of increasing your player count. Like, there it goes. It went away like freaking litter by the beach being swept away by waves. That's literally what it is. And like, it makes me very disappointed. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about is I wanted to do a video series Nuzlocke, right? Because I've been doing streams of Nuzlocks. There is one specific type of style of Nuzlocke that I didn't do on stream. Well, technically I did, but it's on Twitch. The only problem with Twitch is that, well, it doesn't save the VODs, and I forgot to save the VODs. So like, there's no way people can like find it really. The only thing I had to me was like some clips that people made. And I put those clips into a highlight video for both my Swashbuckler and my Witch Doctor, which was doing the auto Nuzlocke. And so I decided, okay, what if I do like an auto Nuzlocke, but I do it like in a video format? But the problem that I have with this is like, okay, I will put so much work into this, and like, it may not do as well. And it's gonna feel really bad if that's the case, especially because Pirate just doesn't really get much people to watch, right? And it's still something that I may want to do, because like, I do really enjoy playing Pirate 101. But it's something that I've been thinking about, and especially a lot more so ever since the Tartarus update, because that update is very disappointing. I actually made me very disappointed in playing the game, because it was just... The story is fine. Story is fine. I feel like there was a lot of yapping in the story, I'm gonna be real, that I just didn't care about. Like Mr. Woeman, like, you know, I don't give a fuck about him. But it was fine. The story was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. So I'm glad that the story is still around. Sam Johnson literally just freaking carrying the whole freaking game at this point. Like legit, he is carrying this game on his back. And also the music artist. I believe Nelson Everhart is their name. I forgot. But yeah, those two are carrying the freaking game. But yeah, it's very disappointing. You know, it made me think about it for it's like, is it even worth it, you know? It made me think about, like, is all of this even worth it at this point? Because, like, I literally don't really know the longevity that Pirate's going to have. Like, in all honesty. And a lot of like the whole roundtable thing was basically just, hey, you know, spend money on the game and we'll be able to do all this stuff. That's basically the entire roundtable. I'm gonna be real. That's essentially the entire roundtable. It was just nothing but like, hey, if we got more funding, we could be able to do yada 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 yada. If we got more people, we could do yada 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 yada. And I'm like, that really just does not put me feel good. It doesn't really make me feel good.
You search through the nest and find spike horn trappings. These
I'm actually getting
belong
inspired
to
soon.
Kalani
Fang, Matt, and I
Chaochu's
are doing
father.
collabs and they're teaching me how to play Pirate. Hey, honestly, here's my opinion. A lot of people ask me, Frenzy, should I get into Pirate 101? My answer is this. You should play Pirate 101 for 2 reasons. If you're a new player, play Pirate 101 because you've never played it before. Even if it's never going to get any quality updates, you still never played the game before. Play it at the very least till you finish Arc 1, which is basically Kane, right? Valencia Part 2, Florenza. Because it is such an amazing experience. Every class feels very unique in its own way. It is just amazing. Like, it just feels great. And honestly, I feel like the best way of learning Pirate 101, unironically, is soloing. You could do it with a team. Hopefully not a team that just carries you all the way. Don't get a max level. Get people that are within your same level at most. But like, soloing definitely does teach you a lot. Or like, soloing while you're getting coached, which is what I did when my first Pirate 101 playthrough. That is the way to do it. Because you learn so much that way.
You find a folded paper.
Also because like, you're kind of
Find
forced to learn in a
last
way.
will and
But it's really
codex.
fun.
You examine it and think you can read
The story
it
is great, the characters are charming, the combat is amazing, and once you actually play it your first time, maybe you might be interested in doing like a Nuzlocke format like I do, to challenge yourself a little bit. Because then it actually gives you a reason to try out every companion, which is awesome.
It says Talali Long Cave should have the green stone.
If you're a
river,
veteran
and
player,
Chaochu Green Skirt
then
should
I
get
would
the
say,
gold mine.
unless you're doing like a challenge or something, just for fun, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're new, yeah, I recommend it, just to experience it for once. But if you're a veteran player, do a challenge for it. Try something new. Do like random companions or something, so you can actually be forced to use every companion. Do a different class if you haven't played other classes, because every class does feel very unique in its own way. But beyond that, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, that's really all I have to say about, like, the state of Pirate 101, if I would recommend it or not. And that's just the honest truth.
You actually found a last will and codex. Fantastico. Go and tell my sister, Chaochu Greenskirt, we both have to move. Tell her what you found in my father's papers. She is welcome to the gold mine. I'll be happy to take over the Greenstone Riverbank.
Okay, can I be honest? I was not paying attention to any of this. Like, I have no idea what's going on. All I know is, like, I don't know, they're having a land dispute or something. And I guess we gotta do this because we're trying to craft the key to get to the pyramid. And yeah, that's all I know.
You found Father's last will and codex. Who would have thought? Excellent. Tell my brother I'll move in tomorrow. What's that? You need some greenstones? Of course. Here, have a handful.
But yeah, that's good, man. I'm really glad that you're interested in Pirate, though. Pirate's a pretty good game. Pirate's fun. Pirate's a fun game. It's really fun.
How did she take the news?
Yeah, my next big video is going to be about the part 2 of the Pirates Academy, or let alone another way of saying the Pirate 101 guide.
You have been good to us, outsider. You need to melt the
This
gold
is
down
basically
to
for
make
my
your own
EC
pyramid
submission.
key, huh? Why don't you use our forge? Go use it and make what you need.
Hey, what's up, Ninja? How you doing? I'm teaching this man, but I don't know if it'll be hard or not. I mean, like, take it slow. I would recommend, do not teach Firestarter hybrid builds. At least not yet. I don't recommend anyone learning a hybrid build until after they play it for the first time. Because, like, the first time is mostly about, like, learning about the basics, right? Learning about, like, specific epics and all. Then you can focus on, like, hybrid builds. Yeah, stick with pure. Stick with pure. In my opinion, just stick with the pure. Just stick with pure.
Under Lady Zenzen's direction.
I mean, I have 6 maxes, so I might be good at teaching. Yeah, I think you were more than qualified.
Stones and let it cool. Amongst your
But yeah, I would just
various
recommend
skills,
don't
you're
teach
not a
Firestarter
half-bad druid
hybrid
like
builds
her
yet
either.
until like later. Because like hybrid builds are a little complicated. It gets a little over the top. Start with pure, get the basics down. If he's interested for another playthrough, then we can talk about hybrid builds.
Excellent job. The pyramid key
I'll probably get him to
looks
learn either
beautiful,
musket or
but
buck.
it is hollow.
Yeah,
We
I
need
agree.
to
I agree.
enchant it before it will unlock the barrier.
Just got done watching your Tartarus stream. I felt your disappointment, trust me. Oh my god. I am so sorry if I came out super negative, but it is just bad. I can't even joke myself into thinking like it was good. It was bad.
Monster Sepakli has it.
Like, how is it that the most memorable fight in that place was a fight that you're not actually meant to do? That's the crazy part, right? That's the crazy part. And then secondly, right? And then secondly, reuse assets, cool, that's fine. At least don't make it super buggy after like 3 months. About 3 months.
We need to find out where Sepakli lairs. Go and collect some frogs as bait from the bank of the Blackwater.
Rookie numbers? I'm kidding. That's wild. Yeah, I know you try. I went for like 60,000 maxes. I was like, man, this guy plays the game more than me. It's crazy. I will make him interested in this game. He will buy a membership. Hey, W. If it's the last thing I do. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's good. That's good. It is bad. It feels like I should still be in. I know. It's like, it's almost like it's towing the line of the unplayable. That's what Tartarus is. Okay, guys, Tartarus in a nutshell. You're trying to help this man who yaps about his like wife being dead but technically not dead. You know, Hades did a trade offer. He's like, all right, cool. So here's what I'll do. I will let you go, and your wife will live, but technically she is dead because she's now stuck here. And then the entirety of that comes in the rest of it is like, hey guys, you go from like one side of the reuse asset Tartarus to the very beginning of the reuse asset Tartarus. And all of this while you're trying to find out about where your parents are. It's also a very buggy mess.
Those will do. There are any number of caves Sepakli could be hiding in. Go place some bait in front of each one. We'll see what happens.
I will say from my experience, after having an on and off and permanently off experience with this game, do one pure playthrough as your first. Then if you like the... Exactly. That is exactly how you should be doing it. Yes. Yes. I would say one pure playthrough. If you're interested in the hybrid, go for the hybrid. I will say though, in my opinion, hybrids take a lot of investment. And in my opinion as well, I would say the cheapest hybrid, I could argue the cheapest hybrid might be between Buccaneer hybrid, so like the shooty hybrid for Buccaneer, which is like one of their best hybrids, or Musketeer hybrid. Or you could just go straight up like pure Musketeer hybrid, because all you really need is like Overwatch and Burst Fire, and that's kind of all you need. But like, that's another story for another day. What the frick? I'm stuck. You know, this deck is ass. I need to watch the Noble Plus video, guys. I'm ass at the game. That video is so funny, dude. I freaking love it. It's such a funny video. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, have I told you how fucked I am at this decathlon because I didn't prepare for it? Can someone help a brother out? Give me some TCs. I'm kidding. Or am I? The world may never know. Then mentioning the Wizards twice and the Immortal games also felt like a slap in the face. It's like they're constantly reminding you that we copied from Wiz. I mean, like, I'm actually kind of curious about the Wiz mystery, you know? I'm actually kind of curious about the Wiz mystery in terms of, like, Yo, why is my chibi not working? What the hell? Oh, there it is! He's back! He's back! Look, the chibi's back. Okay, cool. I'm curious to see who the wizard is. Yo, I kind of want it to be Penny Dreadful. Can the main villain just be Penny Dreadful, and then we get like emo Penny? The amount of memes will be amazing. We'll just get evil Penny. You know, the wizard basically was helping her in order for her to become a villain somehow. Crazy concept. Be sure to pack frenzy. You know what, Walter? You're right. Don't I have the astral spells now? Bro, you're so fucking right. Holy cow. I may actually be able to get that now. I honestly love how Noble is so small, but the Wiz creators love him. Bro, it's like, he's just funny. He's just funny. Wait. Alright, guys. I'm on a mission to, like, not be ass. Alright? I'm on a mission to not be ass at the game, okay? I'm on a mission. Alright, let's see. Do we even have it unlocked? Before the Cronus part, they mentioned that the wizard defeated him in the Immortal Games. Yeah, I remember about that. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, like, I think the story was fine. Oh, I do have the Star School. Let me see. Can I, like, not be ass? Wait. When does one get Frenzy? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? It's in the Arcanum? I thought it was here. No way. Well, fuck it. I didn't get this, so I'll get this. The story was fine, but yeah, it's the bugginess. I just didn't really like the bugginess. I don't think any of us liked it because of how buggy it was. Gold actually was recording a video for it. He was the one who offered to see if we wanted to do the Tartarus dungeon for the sake of, you know, being able to, you know, get a video off of it. And I actually might have a video, like a quick video coming up from it with the secret boss, quote unquote. But we'll see. Honestly, I should do it because, like, it's an easy video, but we'll see.
You placed the bait? Good job.
We did clapping, by the way. And then everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, Freddy! You used the easiest class to do it. Of course you were able to solo it because it is the easiest class. Just, you know, Overwatch 5 and, you suck. You're not him. And I'll tell you to shut up. Then I'll get on my balance, right? No, what? Wait, wrong game. Wrong game. Wrong game. I'll get on my Buccaneer, right? And I'm gonna clap the frick out of him, okay? I'm gonna clap the frick out of him on the Buccaneer. And then y'all still be talking.
Ah, this cave entrance.
Kendrick levels of hate, true. Isn't Frenzy the upgraded one? Yeah, it's me. I'm the best version. Technically, isn't Rage the best version? I don't know. Yeah, isn't it like Rage or something? I don't know. He's on that Kendrick levels of hate? Yeah. I'm glad I had a coffee today. W coffee.
Aha! Now we know. No, you can't just walk in there and ambush a beast of Sipakli's reputation and age. That
But
would
what
be
if I want to?
improper and rude. We must fashion.
Girl, we do not have time to be proper and unrude. You guys are literally about to die.
It's just the way things are done. For the war challenge, we're going to need a shield, a fan, and an addle-addle spear thrower. Let's deal with the shield first. Find washed.
Man, I really think that the dinosaurs and birds just want to die. I feel like they're just asking for it. The amount of errands I'd be running.
Jess, what do you want? You You want my shell shield for a war challenge? Ha! That is a big favor to ask. Tell me, outsider, how big is your courage? Do you have the courage to face the 1,000 teeth of Zapatli? Maybe, maybe no. Zapatli sheds his teeth every day. You'll find them littered about the Quetzal feeding grounds. What do you think he lives on? If you can collect a handful of Zapatli teeth, I'll trust in your courage. Collect a handful of Zapatli teeth.
I'll take Zenzen, slow this down, and should have died. Damn, that's crazy. On that Kendrick levels of hate for Zen. Bro, that is literally what I said in my vid. Do you want to be saved or not? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, why are we doing this? Oh, it's proper to have like a proper war. Freaking A. It's just the proper way to have a war, and it's like, listen, man, wars were never fair. Okay. Wars were never meant to be fair, y'all. You know, if I really wanted to, I would drop a nuclear bomb. Azteca will die for other reasons. But the game nerfed me, okay? The game nerfed me. I was nerfed so hard, I couldn't do that. You must be an artist to draw enemies 200 feet away. I know, right? It's one of the reasons why I don't even do, what's the place called? The Nightmare Dungeon? Because, like, I have that crazy skill. I just lure people in like a black hole. It's kind of crazy. You know what's crazy as well? Speaking of black holes, so did you know if a black hole was the size, I believe, like of a penny or like a nickel, we'd be fucked. Like, let's say you have a black hole that's the size of a penny or a nickel. Let's say you dropped it, right? Let's say it drops like in the sewer. Slowly but surely, it will keep getting stronger as it keeps absorbing mass, to the point that like everyone is dead, and that the core of Earth just becomes a black hole. Okay, run, 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 run. Collect the teeth, collect the teeth.
Ah, a sign of courage. Of course, Zapatli has hundreds and thousands more teeth just waiting for you. Here is my great shell shield. Take it for your war challenge. Lady Zenzen 7-star guides you? It is rare to see an avian here, but they have a connection to Mother Moon. Keep her safe. Take the great shell shield to Lady Zenzen. Whoever you are making this war challenge for will surely tremble in anticipation.
I do not care for this challenge. Just show me where he is. I will clap him.
You got the great shell shield. It will be perfect.
See,
for
life
our
is the
war
ultimate
challenge.
heal for death. Wild.
For the next part of our war challenge, we need a finely crafted addle-addle. Those are the spear throwers the moon skulls use. Ask Otomi Farspike if he can help us craft one.
So like, why do we need all of this? It's because it's respect, for some reason. I don't abide by your laws. Especially not when your world is ending.
Careful. If you surprise me, I might fling a spear at you.
Because you drain their life for your own? I mean, fair, I guess.
You need a carved atlatl? Yes, I could do that. But I need a fine piece of wood and my tools. If you can find a good solid piece of petrified wood, that is essential.
You'll need to search around Tierra de Brea.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of death, though, it's funny how much, like, in Pirate, they kept talking about how bad death magic is. Like, not in the sense that it sucks, more on the fact that it's dangerous. And then the first thing that Ice was talking about is like, yeah, man, you should tell it to the devs, bro.
But just as important,
giving them like every utility under the sun.
Can you get them back for me?
Like, that's wild. Dude, we are just doing nothing but running errands, man. That's all we're doing. We're just running errands. Guys, I need wood. Can you get me some wood? Wait, that was it? Oh, okay. Hey, it's Patrick. Even while playing Pirate, Locke got the Wizhead mine. Yeah. I mean, we have fun though. Like, despite the buggy mess, right? Despite the buggy mess of tartar sauce and how bad overall it was. Don't even get me started on the farming part. I'm pretty sure the farming's even worse. Blue's been talking about it for a long time. How bad the farming was for Tartarus. And like, listen. Wizheads may complain about like the farming in Wiz. And don't get me wrong, it definitely can be bad. I would say Wallaroo is definitely a better formula overall though. At the very least, you have crafting. Unfortunately, there's no crafting in Pirates, so like you just have to kind of get the gear or you don't. Fortunately, you don't necessarily need it. Unfortunately, it does kind of prevent you from being able to unlock very specific playstyles. So it's like a bit of both, a bit of mix of good and bad. It looks pretty chill. Yeah, I mean, it's the boys. It's the three Yarmigos playing the Yar game, you know? The good old Yar game. We're having a good time. But yeah, it's a lot of like, okay, so here's the thing, right? Tartarus is like, this is the Tartarus update. Half of it is you not being in Tartarus. The other half is you being in Tartarus. Then half of that Tartarus is you being on the technically ending, quote-unquote, areas of Tartarus. Then the second half is you basically going towards the beginning side of Tartarus. So you're going from like, oh, I'm not killing now because of the earthquake. You're going from like west to east. That's Tartarus in a nutshell. That's pretty much all it is. That's a Tartarus update. You're welcome. I saved you like hours. Technically like maybe 3 hours. The only Tartarus I know is Persona 3? Wow. I wonder, does she have Ship of Fools? I highly doubt that she has Ship of Fools. It's not like I can do anything though, so I'll give her a Blade of Roni. Funny thing is that Tartarus is shit in both games. No, Tartarus is kind of lit in Wiz though. Yeah, the gear is useless though. No, but here's the thing. At the time, Tartarus gear was the best gear. Now, that time did not last long. But at the time, Tartarus gear was the best gear. Are you pulling for Jade tomorrow? Probably not. I mean, maybe. 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 Still not too sure, but maybe. Okay, she's taking like 50 years to do something. Alright, cool. I think I'll be able to kill with her buffing up like 60,000 times. I might do some pulls on my main account, see if I get her. I'm not really gonna lose sleep over not getting her though, I'll be real. But yeah, I mean, I'll do like 2 temples or something, like a temple. Oh yeah, it is long as hell. But okay, if you're able to do 5 successful transactions though, you don't have to come back again. Like the max you get is just a 120 jades. So like 120 jades is just based on 5 successful transactions. That's it. One of my upcoming vids is gonna be about how they can change Tartarus gear and make it a level 80 upgrade for Waterworks. Is bad by yeah, I agree. I also think they should just, okay, in my opinion, I feel like they should just like anything that had the Novus formula, delete that shit. Delete that shit. We should no longer have the Novus formula. The Novus formula was terrible. It was absolute dog water. We need, at minimum, the Waterloo formula for crafting gear. For any of the gear. The Dragonspire gear, the whatever gear, the Crystal, whatever the frick. It needs to have the Waterloo formula. Because Novus was not it.
Good. Now let me see what I can do for you.
You stand back and watch Otomi chip away at the rock-like wood. It's quite remarkable. He carves out a beautiful weapon in no time.
There, will this do? Glad you like it. Take it to Zen 7-star.
I like how this guy is straight and to the point. I respect that.
Gorgeous workmanship. We need a golden fan as another part of the formal war challenge. It symbolizes the winds of change, which you hope to invoke. Do you think you can convince Talali Longcave to part with one?
Man, she really loves to waste our time, huh?
You want a golden fan? Have one. For your good work. It's the last bit of gold I can give away before my sister moves in here.
That was easy. We need to properly anoint the gold fan before it can become part of the war challenge. You're going to need some venom from the venomous Quetzals. You can get it by fighting them, or letting them bite you, but... when you have the venom, carefully apply it to the fan. Don't get any in your eyes. Once you've done it, meet me by Sepakli's cave.
Oh, finally. Listen, the faster we get out of this world, the better. Okay. I can see what Speedster sees in this world, right? I can see a little bit. It does have beautiful areas. It has pretty good music. But my god, this area is so mid. This is such a waste of time. I feel like a lot of Arc 2 is just kind of like mediocre at best. Like I just don't understand. Arc 2 is just, you go to Celestia, has pretty good lore, story sucks though. Somewhat decent music, depends. It depends. You go to Safaria, great music, great scenery, story sucks. You go to Avalon, the story is so freaking abysmal, unless you like happen to have some rose-tinted glasses and just use that the whole time when it comes to the King Artorias story. But a lot of it's just wasting your time. You go to this place, everyone's just fucking racist towards each other and waste your time. But like, you know, the areas are beautiful, and I would say the music's good. And I don't really have anything to comment about Chrysalis yet, but I remember when I first played it, I thought it was fine. I thought it was pretty good. Think the ending sucked though, but that's about it. And I think it's because it's like a whole, like, you know, line of things that made the ending pretty underwhelming. One of them being is the fact that the galleries existed. And the galleries is what probably a lot of people expected Morganth to be, but it wasn't. And it was a little like... It was a little rough. It was a little rough, you know, what we got at the end. Ending seemed very convenient. You already know how... Yeah, I know how you feel about Chrysalis. But yeah, ending seemed a little too convenient in our favor. Old Cobb reveal was cool though. Yeah. Like... It's kinda it. Eclipse Tower is a really good concept though. I really liked it. And of course Divum. And of course we have Divum. TNT dissing the music was crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would say it's, in my opinion, I don't necessarily think Chrysalis' music is the strongest of the bunch. It does have some good tracks though. It does have some good tracks though. I'll give it that. I would say the strongest OST in my opinion is probably... It might be Zafaria. I think Zafaria, like... It is just consistently good. Like, the OST for Zafaria is just consistently good. From the battle themes to the areas. And obviously, I have my bias towards Novus, by the way, because, like, I'm a sucker for Pirate 101, and a lot of Novus music was remixed Pirate 101 music, which was kind of cool.
Excellent job collecting all the components for the war challenge.
Novus was just great, except for the farming.
And fear him.
Except for the fact that in the final fight, while it was a cool concept, has a lot of issues that really needed addressing, and they were never addressed.
Sepakli is going to know a big fight is coming. Let me deliver it for you, and then you head in. Once you defeat him, remember, you need to take the Azure Moonstone. We need that to enchant the Pyramid Key.
The Divum bonus is amazing for that level and world. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Firestarter, low-key, in my opinion, you should really include in that video about because I feel like there's a good conversation talking about Divum. I feel like here's the way I see it. I think Divum kind of showcases you that there definitely is some sort of lack in the fact that your stats are super outdated for the world, because when you get Divum and he gives you those stat boosts, you feel like you're questing normally like you would any other world beforehand. But at that time, until like around you finish the Eclipse Tower, you just feel very underwhelming and very weak to the point that it's not as fun when you're questing through Chrysalis.
I'll see you here when you've won.
Like, I do think that they, like, what you've been given is kind of crazy, but at the same time, it does kind of showcase a little bit of a lack of stats that are on par with the world. Divum is the only companion Wiz that wasn't annoying, true. Especially on schools that aren't Fire School. Yeah, exactly. Firestorm or Death, exactly.
This songbird to me with this war challenge. I'll admit, it's impressive. I expected you to be taller. Nevertheless, I have prepared my greatest spells to destroy you. Do I smell your fear? Fear is a disease. It poisons the spirit. Let me help you strike it from your heart. Come into my maw, and do not be afraid.
Alright, let's do it, y'all. Gonna clap his cheeks real quick. But yeah, I would say Chrysalis definitely has that moment where your gear is just way too behind. Because like that gear's been existing since like around Celestia-ish, Zafaria-ish level. So you feel fine questing through Zafaria. You feel fine questing through Celestia if you happen to get 60 during Celestia. You feel fine questing through Avalon. You start feeling a little questing through Azteca. You feel even worse questing the Chrysalis because you're just lacking stats. Well, guys, the most OP spell. Okay, one thing I will say though, I did hear that they might actually be considering nerfing Death Drains. And as a PvE guy, I'm a little worried. But like at the same time, maybe they can do it where like the top path is the ban path that focuses on draining. And the bottom path could be the path that PvPers are using. Where the nerf drain does actually exist. And because the utility is so good, it will be fine. I think that's how they're gonna do it, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, I was thinking this was gonna be a Medusa. I hope they actually separate PvE, PvP for the drain nerfs. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too, because drains are really nice. Oh, frick! I didn't get the spell. That's fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna just wait till I get my feint. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait, then we go. But yeah, as I was saying a little earlier, right? If I do happen to have the courage, I wouldn't say the courage, but if I do happen to have the will to do a somewhat auto Nuzlocke, like I did for my Witch Doctor, it will be the exact same as my Witch Doctor. So there are some ease of restrictions, but at specific points. Particularly just for Kane. That's the only case. It's just Kane. The final fight. That's the only exception. Everything else kind of goes. Is there any class you may want to see it on? Like, I asked this on Twitter about, like, you know, what's everyone's preferred playstyle to play. A lot of people chose the range style. So we're talking about Witch Doctor and we're talking about Musketeer. So, like, out of the two, or would you prefer maybe another melee character? Because, like, I actually don't know. I'm actually debating what I want to do it on. Because it would be doable on the Privateer. My worry about Privateer is because it's auto, you have to carry, kind of. And that's kind of the issues that you have to carry. Because Privateers don't really carry by themselves. Like, it's definitely a class that relies so much on companions. And if you can't control your companions, then not a great look. Swashbucklers can carry themselves, though, pretty decently. Buccaneers are decent.
Ouch, my teeth.
Oh, look at that. Boom. Spellmans, y'all. Look at that. Pogger Spellman. Oh my god, Pog. Musketeers, one of the easier ones, but I would say there should be some struggle with automate for sure. Because you're kind of relying on companions to do their own thing, and if you can't control the companions, then it might be an issue.
Azure Moonstone, folded
Witch Doctor, I did it on Witch Doctor. It went just fine. It went better than I expected.
How else do you expect to fit half this stuff into your pack?
Yeah, I don't know. If you got any suggestions, let me know. Let me know what class you actually want to see it on. If I do a mostly auto Nuzlocke, what class would you like to see it on? What class would you find most appealing to you?
I could hear the tremors from out here. We can enchant the pyramid key at the Tears of the Moon Shrine on the shore of Pitch Black Lake.
Storm? Bro, we're talking about freaking pirate, not Wiz.
You'll need to chase off the new moon priests before they will let you use the shrine.
We're talking about pirate, not Wiz. Like, what class in pirate would you like to see for like a potential quote unquote video Nuzlocke series that has the automate mechanic? You're a big Swash simp? I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know what's crazy is I do actually have a Swash pet. So we can technically make a second Swash. It's possible. I don't know, that's the hard part, because it's like, what class is very engaging, but you still have an opportunity. Don't worry, we got stuff to remove the spell, by the way. It's engaging, but also gives you the possibility to do the challenge fairly successfully. What's up, Kennedy? Alright, let me remove this real quick. Yo, Kennedy, I got a quick question. So, I might be potentially doing, a Nuzlocke video series. One of the reasons is because, unfortunately, I've done almost every type of challenge for the Nuzlocke. Technically, I also did Automate Companion Nuzlocke, or aka mostly Automate, because there are some exceptions to it. The bad news is, I didn't save the VODs for it. That was on my Witch Doctor. So I wanted to ask, what class would you think will be the most fun to watch for an Automate Nuzlocke? Because I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of good classes. There's a ton of good classes, for sure. Yeah, because I've done that on my Witch Doctor, and they succeeded. But, obviously, didn't save it, so... unfortunate. You think Privateer would be genuinely cool? You think so? Because, like, I feel like... I think the problem with Privateer is that, like... the carrying factor is the issue. Because I feel like, you know, because it's Automate, you don't really control what your companions do. They can just run to their deaths the whole time. And you can only do so much as a Privateer. Plus, majority of your damage is going to come mainly just from scratching. That's kind of it. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Swashbuckler. In a way. Like, it could be like the range classes, like maybe Witch Doctors or Muskets. But, like, I don't know. Because my problem with Privateer is, like, you have to rely on your companions. And if you can't utilize your companions for the majority of the game, it might be a little yikes. Oh, well, here's the thing, right? Although, okay, the specific rule I have for auto companions is I can decide what cards they keep or what powers they keep, but I can't decide their actions. So, like, I will remove any cleanses, any Doom Mojos. Everything else goes, though. You can make yourself a melee privy setup. Go for Relent 2, Blade 2, 2 for Strikes and Vengeance Strike. That's interesting.
The Azure Moonstone glows when you get it properly placed and hums with an ethereal
Shout out to that one guy who left his scratch on auto and Doom Mojo. That's crazy.
You hold the pyramid key above the Azure Moonstone and feel a charge run between the two objects. You let go, and the key floats on a current of magic.
I think what I'll do is, like, maybe I'll make a poll on, I'll probably do, like, a poll on the community tab on YouTube or something. I don't know how to do it though. Like, I don't know how I should do it, like, you know, where I can get a good amount of feedback on it. But like, I'm thinking about it, because it might actually be for good content. Even though I may not perform as well. It can be something that like keeps me somewhat consistent in making content for.
Breathe in the toxic waters of Pitch Black Lake.
Melee Privateer can be the call though. You're very tanky and even more than the Buck, honestly. Good point, good point.
And it will show that you have my favor.
I have a hybrid
Not
shooty
that
slashy
many
setup.
are
Actually helps a lot with
friendly to
damage.
aiding down below.
Ooh.
But look for Nawel Rivertooth. Nawel Rivertooth owes my people a favor and will guide you through the
Well, also like in
depths
Privateer,
to
right?
the
You have like the most
pyramid of
companions
Mother
too, which is
Moon.
kind of a bonus.
Walk down the stepping stones into Pitch Black Lake and find Nawel Rivertooth.
It's not a bad idea. I actually don't mind the idea. Oh, quick thing. Totally forgot. Guys, we're gonna make a quick stop real quick. Because I actually want to see this. Alright guys, are you guys ready for potential cringe? Well, not yet. I need to do something real quick. But are you guys ready for potential cringe? So, what I'm gonna do, I didn't do it at the beginning of the stream, but I probably should. I wanted to see the quote-unquote, rankings slash leaderboards for the, quote-unquote, balanced Stitch in Rate My Stitch. Will anyone like any bets that the #1 Stitch might be in... Actually, no, it wasn't balanced. It was Mushu. It was Mushu theme. So, will anyone like a guess what the Stitches are gonna be? Anybody want to take a guess what the Stitches are gonna be in the leaderboards? We're gonna rate them for a little bit. Heavenly Palace full gear set, yeah, okay. I also think we're gonna see Mushu. We're gonna see Mushu. Yeah, we're definitely gonna see one insignia there. There's always an insignia in every event. But let's see. This is #1. So like Bazaar Hat, the Heavenly Robe, Farm Shoes, I guess. I think you could just buy these in the Bazaar too, though. And the Jade Blade. We're gonna definitely see a lot of Jade only stuff too. I mean, this one's fine. For Mushu, like, that's fine. I want to see the other ones before I rate this one, though. Okay, let's keep it a buck, y'all. For, like, a leaderboard, this being, like, a top one is okay. This is practically a full set. You get a 1. This is mostly Bazaar, isn't it? Right? I mean, like... Okay, chat, isn't this like a full set, or is it not a full set? Because this is fine, I just, like, think it might be a full set. Unrated. We'll say unrated for now. Oh, there, hey, Firestarter, look. Look at, one of those! One of those! This is a 0, bro. What the fuck? Get out of my face. This actually goes hard. Okay, can I just say, why isn't this potentially top 3? This is a way better Stitch than #1 in my opinion. I like this one. This is basically Sky Sorcerer with like, oh yeah, I forgot about Sky Fairy. Yeah, we gotta include that. I don't even care. Don't care. I'll give you Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's mostly like Bazaar gear, no? Wait, what? Huh, interesting. Good value and effort. Good value and effort. I'll give you that. Hey guys, we found the Skyfarer set. Alright, that's cool. This one's pretty cool. I actually love this one. The matching is perfect. This one's perfect. This one's practically perfect. I like this one. I mean, whatever. Whatever. Isn't this the full set again? Get out of here. Practically full set. Get out of here. This is practically full set, but it's alright. Get out of here. Wait, hold on. Chat. Look. Didn't we see this girl before? Or am I tripping? No, it's like they all look the damn same, so I can't tell if it's different or not. Okay. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. I mean, like, yeah. Okay. This one's flag. This one's pretty flag. It is a lot of the same sets, but I just love this mask. This mask is great. I saw a better one, though. I saw a better one than this. If you guys watched T and Tojin's stream, I think there was someone who was wearing this set, like something similar, and it looks so good. I'm surprised they're not here. Oh, insignia. Oh, there it is. And there it is. That's fine. That's fine. I like this one. I mean, it's fine. Like, the themes are pretty restrictive. So, like, it's fine. Okay, I don't really like the boots that much on this, but, like, it doesn't look that bad. It's actually really solid. This is, like, one of my more favorite ones. I can hate that robe. Okay, this robe is fine, though. It looks great. So, yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. Yo, how's it going, Non? Why do people hate on the insignia gear? Because it's overused. That's why. People usually hate on the insignia gear because it's overused, and there's a lot of really good gear out there. Now, I will say, in defense of the insignia users, unfortunately, a lot of the new gear, right, is unfortunately like through a paywall, through a pack, which is RNG, and I wish there were more farmable options. But it is overused, to be fair. It is a very overused set. I think it's overused because it looks good. I mean, yeah, but so is like this stitch and like this stitch and where else do I have? And like this stitch and there's so much things you can do with the creativity of gear. You don't have to just wear full insignia. You know, it's about the creativity of self-expression. Because, like, otherwise, you'll just look like Buzz Lightyear in the Buzz Lightyear aisle. That's the thing. But yeah, to each their own, right? Like, when I saw number 5, I thought it was all the same. Instead, and gave it a 1. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You think it's bizarre gear? Yeah. Laura has such good stitches, he got robbed? That's crazy. Laura cooks? I literally see like every damn day. It's more about yeah, exactly. It's more about the creativity and self-expression. That's the reason why like a lot of people usually don't necessarily like the insignia gear, because it lacks those two things. Cause then you will tell me it's like, well, I want to look like a wizard. I'm like, well, you're playing Wizard101, so like you're a wizard enough, you know? Like, yeah, represent your class or is cool, but when you see it over and over again, exactly. Literally, my life has insignia as a placeholder for now. When I find my perfect robe, I'm putting that on. Yeah, true. Someone genuinely said that I want to look like a wizard. I do agree with the full insignia sets, though. They never really look good. The full sets... Here's the thing, right? You can make insignia sets work in the combination, though. I agree with that. The problem is like... A lot of insignia sets are like this. So, what's a good example? Let me see if I can find a good example. So, okay, let's say I'm using this, right? I hope I have some sort of insignia on this character. I'm pretty sure I do somewhere. Where is it? Surely I have insignia somewhere, right? Surely. Alright guys, so this is my problem. So like, I blame Blake PvP for this. You will literally have someone go with this, right? They go with this set right here. You know, imagine, okay, these boots too. It'd be like this, right? It'd be like, yo guys, I'm gonna wear my insignia robe, and then guess what? I'm gonna wear my prestigious boots, bro. Oh my god, this stitch is so fire. Oh my god, look how great this stitch is. Oh my god, oh my lord. And like, do you see the problem with this? The problem with this is like, you have gear pieces that don't match whatsoever, sometimes in color and mostly in texture. You have metal pieces with pieces that are just cloth. It looks clunky, it looks ugly, and people still think this looks good. That's the problem I have. Or it's stuff where it's like, they rely so much on the insignia that they just can't seem to let it go, that it just kind of kills a perfectly fine stitch. Do you want to know a good example of a mixed stitch with insignia? One of our friends of the stream, Valerian, in almost every stitch review, he has a shadow robe, right? Insignia shadow robe, but he also combines it with some other stuff that match very well because it's all with the same texture. It all focuses on cloth and everything. It looks amazing. He took that one insignia piece and made it to perfection because he knows what he's doing. He's not just putting it just because he likes insignia. No, he knows what he's doing. He knows the vision. He has the vision. Bro, does it even match? I don't get what people... Yeah, I don't know why people do it. They just ruin their own stitches with that. I don't know why. You miss Blake? Yeah, Blake is cool. Blake is cool. Why do people do armor with cloth? I have no idea. The shadow insignia colors match so well with some sets. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So you can make it work. Unfortunately, I don't think he's in the leaderboards anymore, but he used to be always in the leaderboards. I mean, can I find a good example here? There was another good one, actually. I saw it through Twitter, though. No, it's not here. Bro, this girl always gets in the boards, which, like, it's awesome. With the little giraffe set. Well, I don't see it here, so it'd be like that, but there's good examples. Yo, how's it going, Saint? Welcome to stream. I got in to watch some Azteca soloing, not next top model. You actually like watching people quit? No, I'm kidding. No, we took a break, bro, because Azteca is ass. You can't spell ass without Azteca. Let's keep it a buck. Also, because we're about to end the stream soon. We're about to end the stream soon. We literally, like, went to the segue because it's just like, well, I'm about to end the stream soon. But... yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Listen, man, I'm still doing it, by the way. It's my stream. It's my fucking stream. Get out. I'm kidding. How you doing, though? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, let me show you some other sets. You know, frick it. We're doing it. We just went to Tierra de Verra. We basically complete the entire thing. But yeah, take a look at this shadow stitch, right? This is my stitch shadow. Wearing the freaking Simba boots with the shadow robe, and then we have like this Morganth sword that you get from the crown shop, right? And the reason for it is because the whole idea was that he was corrupted by Shadow, so he's like, you know, basically got influenced somehow by the Shadow Queen. That was like the whole lore behind it. So yeah, everyone has their own way of making stitches, and you can make insignia work, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of people don't really make it work. There are people who do, though, and I give them credit for it. If Frenzy were a judge when it came to Spiral's God fashion, he'd probably be the Simon Cowell of that? Whoa. That's probably Speedster, let's be honest. I think Speedster's more of a harsh grader than me.
Some new service
I see what you mean now? Exactly.
I did not see that you wear the Underworld Amulet. A gift from Lady Zenzen, hmm? That just means I won't eat you. It doesn't mean you and I are friends. What do you want?
I'm sorry for the ranting part. Listen, this is just the content, bro. It's like, welcome.
Your skin isn't tough enough to navigate the white smoke as steam geysers. We'll need to find a giant shell for a bridge.
Ain't no way Speed's being harsh when like almost all his characters got insignia. Do they? I don't think so. Are you spreading misinformation, Kennedy? That's crazy.
But first, you need to be able to see what you are doing. Duel some Exanto crabs for their light stage.
All right, guys, I'm doing this for my boy Zos. He want to see some solo Azteca questing. All right, guys, here's some banger fire solo Azteca questing, bro. This is the banger questing you've been requesting. Look at this. Boom. I enchant a card, I do this thing, and then I do this thing, and then the next round he dies. Quality questing content. No harsh feelings, by the way. I just find it funny. Alright, guys. Banger questing content. Let's go. No, but seriously, I was an extreme soon. I wanted to have it a short stream. Hypothetical question. What's worse, a no stitch or a full elegant stitch? Legit? A full elegant stitch? And you wanna know why? Because no stitches are funny. That is my answer. No stitches, like, imagine you pull up in the arena, you go against a guy who has basically like the noob setup, and he beats you in PvP. It is the funniest thing ever. Also, I didn't crit, which is unfortunate. It'd be like that. I agree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no stitch is funny. No stitch, you do it for the memes. Yo, bro, the no stitches, bro, like, they scare me. They're on another level, man. They hide their power level. They're geniuses, actually. They're actually the geniuses of this game. Personally, I just hate it when a bunch of people use that Arcanum rub. I use it too, actually, for some of my stitches. You guys wanna see like some of my girl def stitches? I've been working on some. I need to work on more, but you know, I just don't have the time. But when I get to it, I'll get to it. In fact, I was actually opening packs for the latest little moon pack because I wanted to see if I can make potentially more girl stitches. I am sad though, I didn't get yellow. I wish there was a yellow, because then I can actually make like an inspired stitch of Navia from like Genshin, because I really like the character's aesthetics. I think it looks very pretty. But yeah, we're leaving this for like next time, by the way. Let me see. I want to see, where am I? Where am I? Wizard101 Aztec Equestria. Alright, cool. Straight. Okay, so we're at 147, right? Oh! So we're quest 147 out of 197. So we have... Wow, we have 50 quests. We're gonna be here for a while. Listen, I just want to get out of here, okay? I just want to get out of here. The faster I get out of here, the better it is for me, my mental health, many other things. The no-stitch setups can be menacing, though. I agree. I just realized I just read that comment before. At first time I've seen that robe, I was like, oh, she's cool. After a million times, I feel that. Yeah. Alright, so here's some of my stitches, right? So, this is just, one of my stitches that's inspired by Swashbuckler. This actually isn't the official one. Unfortunately, I didn't get the right set for the orange one. I like the orange one more, but this is just one of them. This is what I like to call the Lady Soul Caller. Then we have... Okay, Kennedy, you're gonna hate this one. This is the Arcanum robe that she hates so much. My energy set, the Arcanum robe. This is supposed to be like the Grim Reaper. This is supposed to be like a Grim Reaper stitch right here. If I can show it better. But yeah, Grim Reaper stitch. This looks ugly though. I think since I switched to the female model, it switched my boots color, so I have to fix that now. Then we have the Yar model. We have the pirate-inspired model. This is supposed to be like a privateer who's from Darkmoor. This is that model. Boom. There you go. I actually always loved the Darkmoor sword and shield, so I wanted to incorporate it to a Stitch, and that's how that came about. Then we have... Okay, this one's probably one of my not-so-great ones, but if you can't tell, this is supposed to be Arlecchino from like Genshin Impact. That was an inspired stitch of Arlecchino from Genshin. Unfortunately, the sights suck in this game though, except for one, but it doesn't really complete the set for me. But yeah, this is supposed to be Arlecchino from Genshin. Then we have this one, which was inspired by Wizardly Girl from Stitch Review. If you haven't checked Stitch Review, do check it out. In fact, I'm a shameless plug it right now. But this is a stitch that was inspired by Wizardly Girl from Stitch Review. I thought it was an amazing, elegant stitch. I think it's one of the best ones that we've gotten in Stitch Review in quite some time. There's a lot of really good ones, but that one definitely takes the cake. But yeah, check it out before I end the stream. Check this video out. Drop a like, sub, do all that good stuff. Leave a comment or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is one of the elegant sets I have for this wizard, just because like I wanted to. But yeah, it's just some things that I've been working on. And then we have this. And then we have this. We have the Bounty Hunter. This is the Bounty Hunter stitch for, you know, this wizard. I'm just trying to create like a bunch of different stuff here. We got the whip because, you know, Bounty Hunter and everything. But yeah, just a bunch of stitches that I'm kind of creating, you know, when I have time. Right then and there. And just see how it goes. But yeah. That's all that I have for now. Let's see. I don't see that sword that much, but it's gas? Hell yeah. Not promoting your channel in chat, please. Let's be respectful, chat. Come on. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm actually gonna end the stream here, though. I know it was a short one, but I kind of want to work on some videos if I can, and think to myself why I didn't prepare for Balanced Decathlon. But I will be doing more Wiz streams this week because Balanced Decathlon is around, so stay tuned for Balanced Decathlon. Probably Thursday, probably Friday, and maybe the Monday following. So, drop a like if you haven't, subscribe, be part of the Frenzy Familia, check out that stream, check out that video. I'm gonna spam the fuck out of it. There you go, there you go, there you go. Just check that out. And as always, remember to stay frenzy and